Yo, in today's video, we'll be looking at some of the most creepy and strange TikToks that will make you question your own reality.
Out. The governor says he can't get a straight answer out of anybody.
I want to get the answers. I'm going to get help. You can't. We want to get.
What research you got for us? Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Notice it's finally the whole Rose Tyson with Bruce. He didn't do it.
Crazy what happens when you just do a little research, right?
Has anybody seen that video that's going viral right now? That huge ass UFO that appeared in Austin, Texas?
Mm-mm.
That video is actually insane. How you can hear the person screaming, yelling, obviously in a state of shock. You can hear police sirens in the background. Shit's obviously popping off. Dude's outside recording what seems to be a huge ass cloud with a whole bunch of fireballs inside of it. If you haven't, then I highly recommend that you go watch that video, and I'll tell you why here in a second, but I'll tag him down below so you can do that for yourself. There's obviously something that's going on in our skies, especially over the Gulf of Mexico. But the reason why I'm asking you to go watch it is so you can go look at the comment section. Because it obviously proves that one, people instantly believe something on the internet that they see without actually thinking outside the box. And two, how much humans are willingly deceived. All you had to do on that video was literally just look at the sound, and you could tell that that video had a sound from another video on it. Then all you had to do was look at the content creator's other videos and see that he's literally an AI expert. That video in that comment section and how many people actually believe that, especially people living in Austin, Texas, only proves one thing: that AI is literally advancing far too quickly for the human mind to be able to comprehend it. If something were to actually pop off like that, how would one really know that it's actually happening right in front of you? You probably wouldn't, and see, that's the fucking problem. I'm just saying, when there's an in quotations return, are you all of a sudden going to believe that instantly right when it's happening?
Hey, we gotta watch out for AI, y'all, for real.
What the fuck is this shit, bro? What the fuck is this shit? Why are they over a cemetery? Hey, y'all better get right with God, man. Y'all get right with God, bro. Oh my God, the cops are down there saying go back to your house, bro. Yes, come here. Look at this shit. The cops are down here saying we have to go back to our houses because they don't want us to film it. Yo, something big is finna fucking happen, bro.
So I'm just curious what the original audio is for, like where the video is for the original audio and what was really going on. I mean, I can clearly tell that that's AI, right? I don't know if anybody else can, but there's a few videos out there that are like that, right? There was like one where something was coming out from under the water and was right there, and it was literally the audio from another video. And I caught it in real time because I had seen the original video. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. It's the same audio that I heard before. So you kind of got to use your mind a little bit more now, because with AI and with people getting paid on, social media platforms, there's a lot of false information out there. So you kind of got to be able to know what's real and what's AI.
This is real life, real time. This is what I'm looking at right now. That's in the sky. Don't know what it is. It came out of nowhere, really. But this shit is so real. Excuse my language, but this is the real deal. I said I wasn't gonna believe it till I seen it, and here it is. It's huge, you guys. I'm so far away from this thing. That thing is still huge. Oh my gosh. They not lying.
Again, what do y'all think? AI or real?
Free energy. This guy, his name's Maxwell Chikumbutsu, but he's from Zimbabwe. He has created a generator that does not use any power source. So this generator basically creates free energy using frequencies from the atmosphere, and this one generator can like power like 300 homes. These two scientist guys went out there to test it and stuff, and they're like, yeah, it's legit. And they're like, how did you know how to build this? And he says that when he sleeps, he gets revelations from and visions from God of how to create these things. He says, this is how he told me to make it, and he made it. But this dude, he's like has a target on his back.
Yeah,
I'm
real.
sure.
He's been in prison in Zimbabwe multiple times for
Wow.
just different things that like I
You're
don't
too
know.
smart.
He came to the U.S. at one point, and he was poisoned and almost died, and then fled back to Zimbabwe. He cannot get any of his patents patented because the patent, like in the description, says that if it defies physics, it cannot be patented.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah, hold on, wait. They do that to a lot of people. Did y'all hear about the guy that was in like Michigan with the free water? He was making water from air, and he had these machines that he was placing out there, and they were sabotaging him. I haven't heard nothing about this guy, like probably in some years actually. So I need to do some research on that, see what happened. But yeah, he was making water just from the atmosphere. You got the guy who created the car that could run on water. You know, all you gotta do is put some water in it, and it would drive. And you see what happened to him, poisoned. Now you got this guy who's got atmospheric energy. That's what we talk about all the time, right? How there's free energy and how we get it from the atmosphere, and that's how they did it back in the old times. We got it.
I've seen the messages from the other countries. If you haven't, stop what you're doing right now and go to the search bar. There are so many people in other countries trying to warn us and give us help. Before it's too late, type in your search bar up here or down there, whichever one, message to the Americans. Look it up.
Dang, I ain't even looked that up yet. Anybody else looked that up yet?
Why is it Freemasons always place the East at the top of their artwork? I'm going to decode the symbolism for you. At the bottom of the painting, we have checkered board floors. This is the base. This is the beginning. Black is material. White is spiritual. The physical world is made by spirit and matter combined. This represents the beginning of the Mason's journey when he lives in illusion and identifies himself with the physical body. Now, this is why you see the checkered floor in music all the time, because they're using music to produce illusions. This is a blueprint to produce a temple, and these are the tools to create the temple. Not a physical temple, a temple within our own mind. These tools represent the tools to reconstruct our inner world, to change our belief system, limiting beliefs and mental blockages. We must build a temple in the three aspects of our consciousness: thought, emotion, action. Once we have reconstructed and built a temple of moral law and integrity and changed our belief systems within our own mind and consciousness, we can then start the journey to enlightenment. This ladder is the ladder of climbing to higher consciousness, going from the illusion of the material world up to enlightenment and understanding higher levels of reality. And no, I'm not a Freemason, I've just studied their symbols. When you can read symbolism, it will change your life. If you enjoy my content, make sure to check out my YouTube, or don't, it's completely up to you.
Revival of Wisdom. We got to check out his YouTube channel.
Somebody spent damn near $1.4 million. It's decoded. We don't know who put this out. That's why I was on the blockchain, right? And they put this message out in China to say that these guys are using brain chips to control their employees. But they even went a step further to say all major militaries are already using brain to control population. That's pretty scary. Base stations, radio waves, and nano brain computer chips to control their citizens. Like they're saying, they're making that claim that that's happening right now.
Currently. And there's soft control and harder controls, but let's take it off of China and go global landscape. I'm old enough to seen every conspiracy theory that we were told as kids turn out to be true. And when you have a dictatorial government, because you can make the argument, even there are no citizen rights in other countries. They are the capital. The human capital is the asset to be controlled. But even if we look here in our soft controls, use of this and certain social media platforms and certain technologies is a soft form of control. So while we may not have the brain chip, I know a lot of people who spend 7-8 hours a day on social media and spend more time with social media than they do their family. So this isn't that far of a stretch if you know how China has run their regime. And if I have a plan to destroy the West and Western cultural norms by helping and forming BRICS, wouldn't it behoove me to front run Neuralink so I can have super warriors to be able to take over Africa, Mexico, and then the United States?
Now that's crazy when you think about it, right? Man, but like he said with the cell phones, we're already at that point. The cell phones give off frequencies, y'all. And the newer of the cell phone you have is probably giving off higher and more advanced frequencies to be able to control you and your thoughts and know exactly what you got going on. It's probably reading your mind. And that's crazy to even think about, right? But it probably is because it knows you more than you know you. So we are already under control. Things are getting scary.
It's just coming right back up. Like
Phone.
let's try a great value.
Phone.
Right back up. Damn, that's crazy. Let's try this one. We want some real bread. All right.
Mom, what are you doing for real?
Because I want real bread. The nature's own. I didn't notice this until I saw it on TikTok. It's like fun.
I had to go for the cheese.
Let's see about this Texas Giant. This is the one I like. It's just bouncing right back up too. Oh my gosh. All of these breads are foam. Nothing is real. Let's try the Wonder Bread. Oh, Wonder Bread is barely coming back up. I think we found the real bread. Wonder Bread.
Trump is going to Fort Knox. He said he wants to see the gold. Last time we had a president visit Fort Knox was in 1953, President Dwight Eisenhower, and he conducted a full audit. Last publicized event was in 2017, with the previous Secretary of Treasury, Stephen Mnuchin, alongside Mitch McConnell. It said that we have about 56% of our gold reserve in Fort Knox, which equates to about $290 billion. That's kind of funny. For those of you that don't know, there's a lot of questions related to the US dollar today. But if you go back to the history of 1971, for why we converted from the gold standard to the currency fiat, it was because, one, the world economy was growing pretty rapidly. Two, the US dollar was more appealing and desirable as far as overvalued towards gold, and we were beginning to see inflation. But guess what? The US dollar is backed by nothing but public trust. And quite frankly, that doesn't exist anymore.
Isn't that crazy? This is the vehicle they had in the Soviet Union back in 1917. Doesn't that look like the Cybertruck?
That is the Cybertruck, ain't it? Got the Cybertrucks of the past.
This is a real thing, but they haven't done it. Scientists say diamond dust offset climate change, so they sprinkle diamond dust everywhere in the sky.
Diamond dust?
What does that do? Is
It just reflects the sun, I guess. Glitter.
That's just weird.
And it does sound like.
So what do you think of cloud seeding?
Oh,
do I even want to get that started? Well, I'm just going to tell you this. My wife Andrea and I were at Sanibel Island this past weekend. We were walking the beach. Our throats got like all weird and we started to cough and it felt like toxic. There was a mist across the beach coming in off
fog. You've just been talking about
it. Looked like fog, but it made us cough and hack.
Well, people have been talking about this weird, they call it fog, but they're calling it weird fog. Some of it smells weird. Some of it is making people sick.
That's super strange.
No, we were at
Captiva.
Captiva Island, walked out on the beach, and we were there for like 10 seconds, and immediately I felt it in my throat, and I started to cough. It like went into my lungs, it made me cough.
What in the world?
It was very strange.
I'm just getting you some diamonds, babe. Breathe in those diamonds.
Rusty, I've been meaning to ask, what are you doing on this tour?
I believe that every Jew should make a pilgrimage to Israel before he dies.
Yes, it is fitting.
Don't want to end up in hell.
Jews don't believe in hell.
No hell? Thank you, kid. You made my day.
Elon Musk were here right now, what would you tell him?
Go back where you come from.
America or
Where he came from. which is
South
not America.
Africa?
South Africa?
South Africa, right?
Oh, gotta go.
Oh, gotta go. Yo, what's going on here?
Gabe.
Oh, nah.
Quiet.
Dogs barking. And this mother coming right up the stairs.
Quiet.
Oh, nah. Tell me that ain't creepy, yo. No, stopped.
Let's just say Russia has some of the craziest stories.
Wild.
Some old Earth there. But there's this lake there called Lake Baikal. And it is, I found this out, the deepest freshwater lake on Earth.
How deep?
Over 5,000 feet deep.
That's almost 2 miles.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's crazy. 5,000 feet.
Yes.
How big is it?
It's huge.
Okay.
You should look it up.
It's
Well,
crazy.
You're
You could just be on a
You're going to
boat.
hate this lake even more.
Good. Let's go. But it's down there.
You're about to find out.
No.
1982.
Okay.
This is a classified document that got released to the public in 2000. Was it 2000? Yeah, 2000. And it was in the Soviet government, like a classified document. So these Soviet divers in 1982 were doing these diving routines or whatever in the lake, in Lake Baikal. And they're down, was it 52 meters or something? 100 or 50 meters, 164 feet down. And then all of a sudden, out of the depths, they said there were these 6 humanoid creatures, and they described them as wearing these tight, metallic-looking suits, 9 feet tall, and wearing like these like weird jelly helmets.
So they're just floating in the water.
They just come up as they're they're like here, and they just come up. 6 of
Scariest
them.
possible thing you could see at that moment, for sure.
And what these divers decided to do, apparently as like a, what the heck is that? They like had a net or something. And so they tried to catch one of them. And then like all these things did something to where it caused this force field and shot all these divers up to the surface like almost instantly. They all got the bends.
Oh, no.
It was 7 divers. 3 of them ended up dying.
Oh, my gosh.
And then the rest were basically silenced from ever speaking about what happened.
Why? Because they were so traumatized, or they were the
No, it was
bends, like-
classified.
Oh, I see.
Like, so like it was like the Soviet Union did not want anyone to know what they saw.
So who was this team? Who like
just these Soviet Navy divers.
They are from the government, the
Yes.
Soviet government.
And they're
God.
down there, and these humanoid creatures came up, tried to catch one, and then they just like got shot up to the surface.
That's terrifying. Do you think that's the first time they ever went down there?
No.
I was gonna say because that seems like a test, almost like let's send these
there's-
guys down there.
There's reports even today of craft coming out of the lake, like in orbs and stuff coming out of the lake, and also people constantly disappearing around the lake,
Yeah.
which would make sense. It's a huge lake. I mean, ginormous, and it's in Siberia. It's very remote, and it's one of the deepest lakes. It's typically frozen the good majority of the year, but apparently, I think this was a story too from the same lake. Like it's so big that they're actually able to test submarines within it. And this one submarine on their sonar picked up these objects. I think it was actually 6 objects that were coming towards them at like, they said it was like 400 miles an hour. And so they turned and it like matched the path of the submarine.
And they're watching it on the screen.
On the sonar. It was like in a formation.
Yeah.
And they're like, go up, go up. And so the submarine breached, right? They came up to the surface and then they used the, what do you call it? The little
telescope thing?
Yeah. I forget what it's called. The thing that they look out to see the surface. And these things just popped up out of the water and just shot off in the distance.
That's crazy. Out of a freshwater lake.
There are animals in the water that have electricity. Benjamin Franklin put a key to the sky. There are animals in the water that have electricity. Benjamin Franklin put...
What's she trying to tell us? Okay, it says Trump suggests the rising rates of autism among children could be linked to the U.S. government possibly spraying something in the air. Oh, all that diamond dust, huh? Huh? He claims other countries in Pennsylvania, Dutch, don't have this issue and remain healthy. And Trump hints that you're going to find out something really soon. I mean, we've been saying this all along. It's like they definitely are putting something in the air. It's not, they tried to tell us it was like a contrail, right? Because of how cold it is in the sky from the planes and it leaves a trail, but that trail is supposed to disappear. They never disappear. They stay in the sky forever. So that tells you right there, it's something else. We're going to see something soon.
Here's the trippiest part. All right, so I had hieroglyphics in my room. Woke me up almost nightly for about a month. And I'm like, I mean, writing walls, but lit up. So I'm like, all right. So I went and I invested in blackout shades. Got everything to where there was no light in the room. And I put clothes everywhere and stuff and just like threw stuff everywhere, like bells and different stuff. And I'm like, all right. Because obviously, and then I put a Sharpie and I just chucked it off the wall. And I'm like, the room's pitch black. Yeah. I'm like, all right. This will prove to me that I can't, like, that the room doesn't light up with hieroglyphics at night. Yeah. So about a week in, wake up, full room's all lit up, hieroglyphics. I'm like,
so you feel like you're waking up and then you're looking and there's
I'm looking
stuff
up,
on the wall.
Yeah, it's like writing, but it's like a movie. I'm sure I just saw a movie somewhere, but so I got like basically like it looks like I'm inside an Egyptian like like a pyramid. Yeah. And I got there's hieroglyphics all over the wall, and I'm like, all right, room's lit up. So I get out of bed and I walk around and I go back in the corner and pick up the Sharpie. I'm like, yeah, room's definitely lit up. Found the Sharpie. Walk back, put the Sharpie to the wall, and the room goes black. Right as I was starting to write my first line. Because I was going to Sharpie the whole room up for like a Beautiful Mind kind of thing. Just like start, I ain't going to see if they mean anything. But from that point on, I'm like, all right, somehow I was able to get up in my sleep and find a Sharpie that I threw across the room in the dark without tripping or hitting anything. Well, maybe I did. Maybe it was like, what was that movie where the guy drives the Lamborghini back and then he was like, yeah, it's fine. But yeah. That could have been me. So I got no video proof of this. But anyway, so yeah, I've just gone to the theory that I have some screws loose, and they've been loose since before I had my first concussion.
Anybody else ever experienced that?
Like they've done studies on Girl Scout cookies where they break
Girl
them down and
Scout.
find out what's in them. Oh, holy shit. They're fucking toxic as fuck. Thin Mints being the worst offenders. 5 flavors of Girl Scout cookies contained, back up, contained levels of glyphosate and heavy metals above EPA water safety limits. New investigation found 100% of tested Girl Scout cookies contained glyphosate, 100%. Controversial
100%.
herbicide and Roundup. 88% contained toxic metals like arsenic, lead, and mercury. Key finding, Thin Mints had the highest glyphosate levels at 111.07 ppb, 334 times what experts say is harmful. Peanut butter patties had the highest heavy metal contamination, with lead reaching 42.5 ppb and aluminum at 27,500 ppb, ppm. 76% of cookies tested exceeded cadmium safety limits, and 96 contained lead.
That's wild.
Girl Scout USA, which sells 200 million boxes per year, $800 million in revenue, did not respond to researchers before publication. I wonder why.
Respond.
I wonder why. I wonder why they wouldn't chime in.
But did you hear about all the
That's
weird
crazy.
fog that's been around the world?
Dude, everyone's talking about it. It's crazy.
And I'm like, is it actually weird? Or
Are we
is it
just
like,
are we all just paranoid?
This is
of anything?
Gen Z who doesn't go outside, being like, "What is the fog?"
Okay.
There's fog like over here, but not over there. Yeah, I mean that's sometimes how it
fog.
works.
People have never turned on a flashlight in the early morning.
What's a fog?
Like, man. Whoa, a fog, never met her.
We went to the beach the other day, though, New Smyrna Beach, and it was really foggy, which is not abnormal, but it smelled like
That's what a lot of
burning
people
plastic.
are saying is there's some fog that smells chemically.
It's not like we don't have the ability to alter weather or anything through.
Oh, you're not one of those people.
And when Florida came out, they're banning weather manipulation stuff, and it's like,
Yeah.
what? When did we vote for you to say yes to that? It's like, come on, what are we doing? So it's like, obviously they're doing it.
Mhm.
Of course they are.
What if they did like some like legal jargon where it's like vote yes for solar? It's like, oh yeah, solar, and like solar from the plains, spray chemicals.
Mm-hmm. Could be. Yo, you see the water?
She was caught accidentally using her powers.
Wait, what?
Hello.
There we go.
Okay, but it does have. Oh my god! Oh, sorry. Sorry.
It's all right.
I couldn't
What
do
was
that again if I tried.
One of the celebrities that played a witch recently. Oh, Ariana Grande? Yeah. Was on Hot Ones. She like had a chicken wing, dropped it, but people are saying she used like telekinesis when she dropped it because the chicken wing flipped, bro, and it like hovered over, and it still doesn't make sense to me.
Are you sure it just didn't fall like a wrong way?
Watch it.
What the fuck are you? It did a kickflip, Gavin?
Oh yeah, it did do a
It did a kickflip, pop shove it? Nah.
So this is what happened. Theory. She's on Hot Ones. She's not in the right mindset because the food's too spicy. Yeah. So she accidentally used her powers without thinking about it, bruh.
Y'all think she used her powers or she just flicked the chicken?
So I know that all of our algorithms changed after they pretended that the stupid app was getting banned. But what I noticed with my feed is I was no longer seeing any news content. So I no longer saw videos on the fires. I no longer saw videos on, what do they call, the Dior handbags. Like there was no news content. There was nothing about what was going on outside. And so I only learned this a couple of days ago, how to get your algorithm back to normal. So I wanted to share because if I didn't know, then that means there's other people that don't know. So if you go look up Facebook's TikTok page, Instagram's TikTok page, and Meta's TikTok page and block them all, your algorithm will refresh after each block, but it will go back to normal. After I blocked all three, I instantly saw the fires in California. I instantly saw the Dior handbags. Like my algorithm is back to normal. So I just wanted to share because I know that people in my comments are saying they're no longer seeing my content anymore. They have to go search for my page, or they're no longer seeing anything that's going on outside, and I wasn't either. So that's what you gotta do. You gotta block the people that own the servers that we're now on.
I still feel like it's not how it should be. Do you guys feel that way? Do you feel like your algorithm is back as to what it was before the little TikTok ban? Or has it changed a little bit? I don't know.
There's a question going around of why Hawaiian Punch is never cold.
Why? Why is it never cold?
And there's this guy, the reason why it's going viral is because this guy like put hella ice in it, but it's still dry, right?
Yeah.
The punch is still dry. So this guy in his car, and he has a bunch of dry ice. He puts dry ice in the Hawaiian Punch. He takes the glass, and he's like, wait, the glass is cold, but the punch is still dry.
The glass is cold, but the drink is not.
What the fuck? So people are trying to figure it out, and this is what I found on the internet, but I don't think it gives the complete story.
It's too viscous.
No, real shit. It's something about
Is it
like,
actually?
yeah, viscous and the sugar level. So it's like the low juice content and tons of sugar prevent it from getting cold in a normal situation.
Oh, it's
So
probably less
much
water.
sugar,
Yeah.
But another guy also found out that there's actually more salt in a Hawaiian Punch than there is in like Mountain Dew or Dr. Pepper. Plus there's something called sucralose that creates that like bitter taste. So imagine hella salt, hella sugar, and the sucralose all in one. That's why it probably always tastes dry. It can never get cold.
So what you're drinking is anti-thirst.
Yeah,
It's making you thirsty. No, like it's dead ass just making you more dehydrated.
Y'all is not gonna
That's
believe
crazy.
this. So they board us on the plane and we're sitting there chilling. It's been 30 minutes. You know, we're thinking we're gonna take off. The plane people are telling us we don't have a pilot to take us nowhere and that we have to get off the plane. So I get off the plane and I start speaking to some people, staff and everything. I just found out that pilots are going on strike because planes keep flying out of the sky. So a whole bunch of people are just sitting up here at the airport trying to motherfucking figure out how they're finna leave. My whole thing is I understand the pilots, you know, how they feel, but why the fuck would y'all make us board on a plane knowing there's no pilot on it?
That is
So
weird.
now my ass is finna sit in Boston. I'm finna chill. I'm finna take myself out to eat, bitch. I'm finna pray and I'm finna book another airlines. Cause bitch, Spirit's tripping. All the other airlines is falling out the sky. Like, y'all better please pray for me. Cause there's some real shit going on right now. And I think God is really trying to give us a sign. Cause this is not even, it's not even a joke no more. It really ain't.
That's crazy.
I notice when I drop these videos, no one ever mentions the video. They love to mention me, and no one ever explains it. Here's what they don't explain. We were told this light is 93 million miles away.
93
which
million.
means it takes the sun's light approximately 8 minutes and 20 seconds to reach Earth from the sun. This is because light travels at a constant speed, and the distance between the Earth and sun is roughly 150 million kilometers. There's the explanation. This is what we were told, but does that make sense right now? Do you look at what's happening? Are you filming? Are you researching? Or are you just repeating the same shit that you were taught, the same programming that you were forced to believe, and now just regurgitating? If you are so confident the sun is actually that far away, why does it bother you so much when I doubt it? This is my footage, my camera, my time.
2, 1, cover.
With no pilot to compromise performance, even more unusual craft and propulsion systems have been designed and tested. This incredible machine was originally designed for missiles and satellites.
Yeah.
Just 12 inches long, gyroscopically balanced, and with thrusters at key points around its body, it is capable of instant changes of direction.
Cover. Cover. Cover tracking. Cover. Roll. All right.
No airplane could ever catch this machine.
Emerging through the changes and mergers was the lightweight exoatmospheric projectile, or LEAP program.
Terrier LEAP was developed as a demonstration phase only.
Demonstration phase only. You know that's a lie.
One of the first original public clones was Michael Jackson.
What?
Yes. So if you take a look at Michael Jackson, right? Oh, he had plastic surgery. This is why they're making plastic surgery really popular, quote unquote, because they can basically deduce, oh, the celebrity had plastic surgery. It's not a clone, it's plastic surgery. That's why they look different, right? So Michael Jackson was their first sort of test run for cloning, and specifically the reason why they replaced him with a clone was because he was saying too much.
Yo, that makes all the sense. It's a drone?
There is a drone posted in the sky right there. What is going on here? This is crazy.
Yo, that's a government drone. I got those lights on it.
Oh, it's about DJ Khaled. Diddy and DJ Khaled. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Oh my gosh.
No,
bro.
I haven't.
Oh my god, bro.
What were they up to?
So there's a video that came to surface because I don't know why it's going viral now, but it's DJ Khaled talking with Diddy, and people are suspecting that this is right after Diddy gave him the diddle. And I was like,
whoa, DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled, bro.
We the best.
Look,
Gatorade.
look, bro. Watch this. First off, why are they in the bathroom?
No.
Second off, look how he's touching them.
No.
And look what he says. I'm getting nervous.
Why is he brushing his teeth? Why is he?
All right, why are you brushing his teeth?
He's holding him on the back like that, and he said, "I'm getting nervous."
No, this guy's about to
What
give him
the
the
heck?
sucks, bro.
No, people are saying this is after.
Oh, this
is like, yeah, that's why he's brushing his teeth.
No, yo, why would they?
Yo.
Yo, imagine after a man gives you fucking dope, he's like, yo, he's gonna be one of the biggest legends in the world.
Because that's probably what the deal was. Yo, isn't that weird though?
Yo,
Look, the first thing he said.
Yeah, I said,
I'm getting nervous.
Really?
yo, what's wrong with these guys?
Yeah, like this, bro. What the fuck? Nah, and the fact that it makes sense too, because he would be saying all that shit after you just hyped him up. Pause. But right after.
Already doing it with the phones, man, and the apps and everything. You got to download. You got to consent to some. They already got you.
Okay.
And then this area is closed for archaeological stuff.
Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, it's your older homie, Mr. Black, aka the South Mountain Guy. And check this out. I came out here. We are in the Valley of the Heads, where we found all the statues in the heads. I brought my geologist out here this weekend. Let me just show you what we found. Hey people.
That's a nail.
So here we are, and according to my geologist, this is a hand that's buried, and there's one finger right there with the fingernail, and there's another finger, see the knuckle bone? We got a knuckle bone right here, and this finger's going down into the dirt, and this looks like what could be a pinky finger going down. Now tell me people, is this a giant Nephilim hand? Is this a dragon? Is this a dragon? A dragon foot? Or is this something more prehistoric? Could this be a dinosaur foot? Once again, here's one finger with the knuckle going down. Here's another hand right here with another finger right here, part of the hand going down. Here's the nail, here's the nail, the sharp nail, kind of looks like a talon. And if you see, the hand looks like that. It's crunched up and it's in the ground. It's your older homie, Mr. Black, aka the South Mountain Guy. Go with Jesus. Peace be your journey. And remember, you seen it here second. Peace.
I mean, it definitely looks like a finger, and it looks like a fingernail. What y'all think?
Dude, you know what Nestle's doing? Oh my gosh, I'm getting hot about it just thinking. Nestle lobbies for mothers to have unpaid leave
Wow.
because they own formula.
That's interesting.
That's a bomb.
Go get them, ladies.
Also, if you look into just how they create chocolate, it is horrific.
And did you hear the owner said that water is not a humanitarian right?
What?
No way.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You don't have a right to water, you to purchase water.
I think they purchased something. It was somewhere in Asia, maybe India or something. They purchased the land and the right to this village's water. They're using it for their Nestle water. Now the village can't get their own water. They get the runoff stuff that has a bunch of chemicals and bad stuff in it.
That's terrible.
That's horrible.
They took away their water.
No, they're stinking evil.
We gotta
They
go
also
deep
are like
dive in
killing all the orangutans in the rainforest because of palm oil.
What's palm oil?
Specifically, men should not be doing like alternate oils. You should be doing like tallows and olive oil, like a rich, good, true olive oil.
You look like a doctor that like or
One of those hip
holistic
doctors.
Yeah.
I'm a doctor, but I'm a cool doctor.
Take this piece off here, and put it over here. And now you see, the United States is no longer in the middle of the map.
Right.
Now I did this with a major record company in New York City, I think in 1970. And an older man stood up in the back of the room and said, "Now Elliot, you've gone too far." I said, "What's your problem?" "You can't do that with the map." I said, "Well, actually you can." He said, "No, the United States isn't in the middle of the map anymore."
It actually makes more sense like that when you think about it. Because what do they call the United States? They call it the Western world, and then we call Asia the Eastern world, right? Or we call that the Middle East out there. That's what they say, but it doesn't work out when you put the map how it was before. But when you switch it around, like what she just did, it makes a lot more sense.
I said the United States never was in the middle of the map. You need to realize this depends on how you draw your map. And then I pointed this little fact out to him. South America is actually 9 times larger than Greenland.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it doesn't really look like it.
No, it is. South America is actually 9 times larger than Greenland.
It's crazy.
Now, according to your social studies teachers, what is the equator? Halfway between the North Pole and the South Pole on this map would be right about here.
Right.
And that means that Iowa has a semi-tropical climate. Well, you've been in Minnesota in the wintertime.
I've been in Iowa too. It's definitely
You know that it doesn't have a tropical climate. So you have to then introduce a real version of the map of the world. That's what this is doing.
Let's see this real version.
That's very good. The Peters projection map. The sizes on this map are right. The shapes are distorted.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Greenland on this map. Right there. See it?
Yeah, it's really tiny.
See how small that is?
Right.
Look at it on the Mercator projection.
So why do they do that? I don't understand.
Why? Because the Pope commissioned Mercator to make a map that shows the spread of Christianity. So all the countries in which there are predominantly white people are larger than those in the southern part of the world, halfway between the North Pole and South Pole. Now, if you have children going to school and they're seeing this map.
Nah, for real, that map, that Mercator map is trash.
I think everybody finna slowly start going back to Androids because Apple.
I know Apple knows what it's doing because I went from an 8 that I still have that's my favorite phone that I refuse to upgrade from to an 11 that I'm recording on right now. And I literally only went to an 11 because they were making my phone have no storage, the battery life was sucking, and the volume has been going low on my phones. But I don't know what Apple has been doing because this phone right here, this 11, I have no storage. I have no ability. The phone moves so slow. So slow. And then you want to mess with my volume? Apple, count your days, mister. Count your days, buster.
Nah, for real. Aside from all that, I do think that people are going to start going back to Android, man, because Apple, like, they've kind of plateaued in the phone arena, in my opinion, because how many more iPhones can you make? iPhone 17, 18, 19, 20. They all look like the same phone. So, and they all pretty much do the same exact thing. You're just kind of forcibly making people upgrade. And I think that's going to die out soon. People are going to want to go back to being their creative selves and having phones that express themselves again. And we're going to get back to the cool phone era, you know. I think that's coming in the future. But yeah, guys, these are some of the most creepy and strange TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bells on. And until next time, YouTube, peace. Oh, and stay away from them Girl Scout cookies.